Timeout.
Welcome back to Timeout, where we're going to take a timeout to talk about a bunch of conference basketball tournaments. We're going to start off with the Mid-State Conference because Pierce pulled quite a big surprise last week, stunning number 1 seeded Hartington Cedar Catholic by 18 points. And then you get number 5 seed Norfolk Catholic taking care of number 4 seeded Wayne. So just like everybody would have predicted, an 8 seed versus a 5 seed for a chance for a conference championship game appearance. Here's Pierce coach Mike Emery after that semifinal win.
Yeah, we've talked about it all year, that we offensively we were pacing about 90% of our scoring from last year, and we just told the kids, you just got to keep hammering away and practice every day. We've looked at different kids, we've looked at different lineups, and we've kind of settled into a group of 6 or 7 or 8 here, and obviously you get a couple wins under your belt and then the kids start to believe a little bit more, but this group has practiced that way all year, and that's what's made this year fun.
As if that wasn't enough, then you've got number 3 seeded Boone Central Newman Grove with pretty much a new team from a year ago when it won the Mid-State Conference title, beating number 2 seed Battle Creek for its spot into the championship game. Here's Boone Central Newman Grove coach Justin Harris.
We've just been battling all year and finding ways to win games, and I'm starting to be even more confident with one another, and kids are playing really well.
Boone Central Newman Grove had a couple of chances at the end of regulation, didn't get it to fall. Had a chance at the end of the first overtime, didn't get to fall. Gavin Larson of Pierce with a 3-pointer with 6 seconds left in double overtime. Pierce with a 63-62 win, despite Carter Henry scoring a game-high 32 points for the Cardinals. Larson finished with 20, and Dawson Watts added 14 for Pierce. The Blue Jays, just like everybody would have predicted, is your Mid-State Conference champion. Of course. Over in the Lewis and Clark Conference, a couple of weeks ago, Laurel-Concord-Coleridge topped Osmond 80-54. This was right after the brackets had come out, and Osmond at the time was undefeated, but at the number 1 seed, and then Osmond goes and gets their lone loss of the year. They learned a few things from that. Osmond 81, Laurel-Concord-Coleridge 64 for the conference title. Merrick's Den had 24 points. Justice Martins with a big night with 21 points, and Keaton Timmerman added 15 for Laurel-Concord-Coleridge. Another big night for Noah Shutt with 24 points of his own. We haven't even gotten to the top 2 teams in the Class C ratings for most of the season yet. Number 2, BRLD against number 1, North Bend Central. And that's the way they were seeded going into the East Husker Conference tournament. This time, though, it was the second-ranked and second-seeded Wolverines outscoring the top-ranked and top-seeded Tigers 21-10 over the last 4.5 minutes. 65-56 is the final. Lucas Vo had a game-high 20 points for the Wolverines, and Jackson Johnson added 17. NPC was a little more like the Mid-State. You had the number 5 seed Clearwater Orchard and the number 6 seed Neely Oakdale. This was one of those very balanced tournaments where I just felt like anybody could win it, and NPC ended up playing out just like that. The 6-seeded Warriors led 34-22 through 3 quarters. Cyclones cut it down to 44-40 with 16 seconds left, but Neely Oakdale got some late free throws. 47-40 is the final. Blake Hoke had a game-high 22 points for the Cyclones. But Neely Oakdale, a very balanced attack. Austin Rice had a team-best 10 points. You get kids with 10, 9, 8 points. Kind of hard to overcome balance like that. And yes, I've run through a lot of conference tournaments, but I got to be honest with you. There are some situations in life where sports just kind of take a backseat, and I had one of those this past week. My grandpa, Benish, at the ripe young age of 96 years old, passed away last week. It got to be, it's always tough losing somebody like that. We were very close, grew up 5 miles away from him. On this note card, I have a couple of sentences. Great man, great life, great legacy. And that's what my grandpa Benish lived. And all I can hope for is to be a fraction of the man that he was. As you all probably know by now, new boys basketball ratings will come out on Thursday. You can buy the paper, or as I mentioned before, there is the digital subscription to the Daily News with the promo code Alexa. Until next time, I'm Nick Benish. And thanks for taking a time out with us.